Dr. Federline, thank you so much for joining us for our back to school interview. So it's an exciting time, but a challenging time going into a new school year. Tell us what you're most excited about and one of the biggest challenges you're facing.
So I guess I could talk about what we're excited about for hours, but a couple of things that we're really excited about is our ongoing renovation of our Union 6th, 7th grade center. Thanks to a great bonding capacity of our patrons at our last bond issue, we're able to completely renovate that building and give a really enhanced middle school experience for our 6th and 7th graders. It's kind of chaotic right now. If you drive by on 61st, you'll see some fencing, some temporary fencing, some construction going on. But when it's finished, it's going to be an incredible experience for those kids and those teachers.
Will it be done by the start of the school year?
No, it will not. It will be ongoing for the next year and a half at least. So we'll have a little bit of chaos going on, but it is an exciting time for that building, and the renovation is going to be fantastic. Another thing I'm very excited about is our continued academy model that we have developed here at this building at the high school for our students. It's not enough anymore to just hand kids a high school diploma. Only about half our kids go on to a 4-year university, and so we want to make sure that they have plenty of opportunities with our College and Career Center, but we also want to make sure that kids that aren't going on to college have opportunities and pathways as well. We have a construction academy that has 4 full classes now. We have an aerospace academy with 3 full classes. This year we're starting a medical academy as well as a future educators academy. So we're very excited about these pathways for students, and not only for them and their career opportunities, but to allow them to come back after their training or after college or wherever they happen to go and really invest and put down roots here in northeastern Oklahoma.
So while tackling the future doctor and nursing shortage with that medical college and of course the ongoing teacher shortage.
Yes, absolutely. There's such a need. All those career fields I mentioned, construction, aerospace, medical, education, we've worked with so many partners that tell us there's a huge need for people in these industries, qualified candidates, and not just candidates with 4-year college degrees or advanced degrees. Qualified candidates that are just out of high school that have the things and have certifications. That's what we're trying to do.
And speaking of the teacher shortage, how is the Union District looking to fill, in terms of filling every teacher vacancy before the first day of school?
We are very fortunate right now. We are fully staffed, maybe except for one certified position. We have our new teacher induction training program this week where all of our new teachers, over 100 of them this year, get kind of immersed in the Union way of doing things. And I've got to spend some time with them this week. Fantastic group of new teachers, and we're very excited to have them.
Another challenge that most districts have in our area, the bus driver shortage.
Absolutely.
You have a new policy this year, or some changes to your policy.
Changes to our policy. Our transportation department, our operations department, they've spent a lot of time in the last several months going over every possible aspect of transportation, from routing to the number of kids on a bus to the number of stops to the start and end times and school times to make sure that we are running our transportation department as efficiently as possible. We do have a few changes this year that have been pretty well published, and the information is also on our website, unionps.org. If parents need further information, we also will be putting out a great deal of information at the start of school at individual sites about bus stops, about times, about different routes and different things that we've adjusted. But I think this year is going to be a much better transportation experience for everybody.
I did see you might have 3 students to a seat in some cases if you need to.
Yes.
Any concerns about either safety or conflict?
No, I don't think so. Our bus drivers do a great job, and I think that our parents and our students really work well with us. 3 to a seat may be a little bit crowded at first, but it's going to help us get there on time and make sure that we have enough drivers to cover all those property lines.
Some families may just say, hey, if my kid can just get a ride to school, that's a
right.
bonus. You might just
right.
have to squeeze in for that short ride. All right. There was a directive from the state superintendent, Ryan Walters. The superintendent put out a directive to say that all districts need to be providing free breakfast and lunch meals to their students. They have the money to do it. Is that true?
Well, there's a lot of misleading information in that. Schools have a carryover fund that's vitally important to pay things like payroll and utility bills until the state appropriation comes in. We have an incredible child nutrition department. We would love at some point to be able to provide free lunches and meals to every student. But our budget is set months and months in advance, as are other districts, and we want to make sure that we're using all of our dollars appropriately to ensure that everyone is provided with the highest level of instruction. aren't planning on making any changes to our child nutrition program for this year.
We're on a mission to give 2 million people all around the world clean water.
This week with information about our child nutrition program, and if parents would like to apply for a free and reduced lunch program, the QR code and the website is right there for them to apply, and we'll have further information available for them at each of their school sites as well.
Now, one change to your nutrition program is how students will get their meals. They
Yes.
used to punch in their ID, is that right? So tell us about the change and why it's needed.
Secondary students for years have had to punch in their student ID number at the point of sale. The problem with that is students learned other students' IDs, and we have some confusion there a lot of times. And so now we've switched over to a system that's going to be a lot faster, a lot more efficient, where secondary students will scan their ID before entering the lunch line. One, it's going to help us with compliance of wearing the ID all the time, which all secondary students are required to do. But two, it's going to be a lot faster and a lot more efficient for both our students and our cafeteria workers to make sure that everybody gets through the line in a timely manner.
Another push from the state superintendent's office is to have Bibles in every classroom, have Bibles as part of the instruction in Oklahoma public schools. There are court cases surrounding this. This is not a done deal, but you were telling me that teachers and students already have access to the Bible if they want it.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some classes where it's appropriate to look at the Bible and other religious texts as far as history or political science. And we made sure last year when this directive came out that all of our teachers and students do have access to the Bible as well as other religious texts through their union-issued laptop computer. There are no restrictions on that. They can access any version they want. And when it's appropriate in a class, we trust our teachers to make sure that any sort of religious text is taught in an appropriate manner and in accordance with state standards.
And you didn't have to pay extra for it?
No.
Okay, so you don't need to buy Bibles.
No, we don't need to purchase any at this time because I feel they do have access to them through the computer right now.
Okay, so some may say that would be a waste of taxpayer money if that were to go through. One new state law this year is the bell-to-bell, no cell rule. So no cell phones allowed in the hands of students for the most part, from the starting bell to the ending bell. Tell us what this means for Union. What will be different in your school district?
So in kindergarten through ninth grade, for several years now, we have prohibited cell phones. We have had an on and off throughout the day, or I'm sorry, off and out of sight policy throughout the day for those grade levels. We have had a little bit more freedom and responsibility for our high school students. The biggest effect will be here at the high school. Students will have to understand that cell phones are prohibited throughout the school day. They need to be off and out of sight. So we have a communications campaign with flyers throughout the district. I think that this building will be the biggest change. All our other sites, they're pretty used to having cell phones prohibited already.
I think students are going to be sneaking into the bathroom to check
You
their
know,
phone.
I hope not. We trust our high school students to be pretty good leaders for our district and trust them to act maturely, and for the most part they do. And so I think it's an adjustment that kids and parents will be able to make pretty easily.
How do you think this will help students in terms, every school has its different fights and things like that,
Sure.
social media, some bullying, things like that.
I'm excited about it. The cell phones are so prevalent in everyone's lives, students and adults alike. I think this is going to really aid in some social development for our kids, and it's going to, hopefully, we're going to see some increased student outcomes as well.
Parents might have a problem with it, though.
Yes.
Admittedly, I've texted my daughter during the school day, but I've told her, only check it when your teachers
Yes,
give you permission to
I'm
be on
a
your phone.
parent as well, and I think all parents do that every once in a while. It may be an adjustment for parents, but our parents do such a great job of partnering with us, and I think everyone understands the importance of putting these cell phones away during instructional time.
What changes do you have to your curriculum this year? Anything new besides, you did touch on, the medical curriculum and the future educators. Was there
Sure,
anything
yeah,
else?
these are ongoing programs. Our academy model that we started a few years ago, we hope to keep adding students and more programming in. We want to make sure that our secondary students have these opportunities to explore these career fields. One of the things I'm very excited about is we're adding a couple of what are called PAX labs at our 7th grade building and at our 8th grade center. And what these are modules that really give kids some hands-on experience with different career fields like phlebotomy, veterinary science, home construction, home repair, a lot welding even, and they're different modules with disposable materials that kids are able to, just during the day with a partner, are able to use their computer to guide them through a lesson and do some real hands-on type of things. The importance of that in middle school is to let kids not only find out what they're really interested in, but also to find out what they might not be interested in. They might think, hey, I really want to be a physician when I grow up, but I really don't like blood.
Yeah.
And that's really good
Yeah.
in younger ages to let them know what they are interested in as well as what they're not interested in, so they can pursue great career and college opportunities once they're here at the high school.
Right, find what they're passionate about or what they're not, and then not waste their time, get them on the right path.
Absolutely. We are way past the days where a high school diploma is enough. We're morally and ethically obligated to make sure that all students have some pathway for their post-high school experience, whatever that looks like.
All right, any safety changes throughout the district that families and students need to know about?
No, not at this time. We do a great job with our director of safety in making sure that parents and students are aware of all the safety requirements, making sure that everyone enters through the correct doors. All of our buildings have a secure entrance where they check in with a receptionist before they're allowed to enter the building. Students are required to enter at certain entrances throughout the day. The IDs really help us. I would ask parents to help us encourage all the students to wear IDs out and visible all the time. That helps us identify students that are supposed to be here on our campus.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to talk about? And then in our final moments, I'll just ask you to share a message that you have for your incoming students and families.
Sure, fantastic. Well, we are so excited about the upcoming school year. Our co-curricular activities are fantastic. Our fall sports teams have been working very hard. Our fine arts and our marching band, they've been out here on the parking lot and on the field in this 100-degree heat, working so hard to give such a quality experience for our kids and our patrons once school starts up. So we're very excited about that. Very excited about the efforts at our elementary schools. We set a goal last year of having 100% reading proficiency for all first graders by the end of this year. Our kindergarten teachers did an amazing job last year. They're passing that baton on to those first grade teachers this year, and we are so excited with some of the data that we received back from some of our reading tests about the gains in reading proficiency. We know that it's so important and so foundational. I think other than that, we are just excited for the school year. We are ready to go for our big kickoff event on August 13th, and we're excited to welcome everybody back.
Great. Well, thank you. I hope it's a great, successful school year.
Thank you so much.